Hi, Mike.
Hey Terry, how we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Are you ready for some football?
Oh, bring it on, bring it on. This is my favorite stuff. Let's do this.
Woo woo! So, I want to welcome everybody tonight to the show. The dinner. It's actually not even a dinner. It's just some of my favorite foods that I like to eat while watching a football game. So, tonight's food is titled Football Fever Dinner. And what we're going to have on the menu are buffalo chicken dip, taco dip, crispy pepperoni bites, country style barbecue pork ribs, sausage, peppers, and onions taquitos. And we're going to end it with frozen fruity banana bites and chips and Doritos. So how's that sound?
Gotta have those chips in there.
That's
Chips are
right. And
fine.
tonight's game, Miami versus the Jaguars. And who do I love to hate? Miami.
Miami.
From when I was knee high, hated them like no tomorrow. And that hasn't changed over the years. Despite the fact I am wearing part orange tonight.
I wasn't saying anything, even though I wear the Patriots blue. You are wearing a little orange. It's okay.
Well, here's my blue on
Okay.
my
You're ready.
cheek and my necklace.
You wear it better than I do.
You know, this can kind of be taken like red, but I think it's like really orange. But that's okay. We get the idea.
We get it.
Because we're gonna squish the fish.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
What are we gonna start with, Terry?
we're gonna start with the fruity frozen banana bites because they need to sit in the freezer. So what I have here are 4 bananas. I have a cup and a half so of strawberry yogurt. And then I have some fruity pebbles cereal.
Oh,
And
my
that's
favorite.
about a cup and a half. And
My
I'll tell you,
favorite. Love
when
it.
I got this and I got the ingredients and I got a handful of this cereal, it brought me right back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so what we're going to do right here, I have a little pan lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to take each banana bite, roll it in the yogurt, roll it in the fruity pebbles, and put it on the plate. Now, this is messy. So, if you have kids and you want to get them involved and you want to have fun, this is it.
Sure.
Because when they're frozen and you go to eat it, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It looks very simple.
I know, very simple and very, you know, attractive, not attractive.
So let me ask you, as far as the bananas go, what ripeness do you do? Do you do it nice and yellow? Do you do a little green, little brown? What's perfect?
Little green.
So
yeah, for the firmness.
Firmness. Okay.
You don't want brown.
Brown is too soft. Even if you freeze it, it's still too soft to do what you're doing right now.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Perfect for banana bread, not frozen banana bites.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And I'm glad you chose Fruity Pebbles over like Fruit Loops.
Or
because-
Cocoa Puffs.
Right. Cocoa? Oh, Cocoa. Oh,
Cocoa Puffs would have been a good one. It was
That's
a tough
another good one.
choice. I know.
Which it was sad because I never realized it as a kid, but Fruit Loops are all different colors, but everything tastes the same. Unlike Fruity Pebbles, all the fruit colors are different flavors.
Very interesting.
So that makes a difference.
It does. So, you know, you just move along, and keep rolling and put them on the little.
So I see a lot of hand washing in your future here, just by seeing the buildup right now on your fingers.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, most dishes tonight I'm going to be washing my hands.
Right.
So just an FYI.
Now again,
you're
going to be pulling off this whole menu within an hour. But this is something that you could do first thing in the morning and break it out when it's time for the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I need, as you can see, I need a little more Fruity Pebbles.
Yep.
So I do have, I do have extra.
Excellent.
Yep.
What is your go-to morning cereal if you were to have cereal? What is your go-to cereal?
Oh, Frosted Flakes.
Really?
Love Frosted Flakes. My all-time favorite. I mean, cereal's great. I love Raisin Bran.
I'm a huge fan of Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
But my real favorite cereal of all time, and it's funny because everyone makes fun of me, is Trix.
Sure.
I love the Trix cereal.
Sure. The rabbit, the commercial.
The Trix are for kids? Yeah, well, okay, maybe that shows my young at heart. I don't know.
Yep. We're also a fan of Captain Crunch in this house. So that's always a good one. But you see how easy this is?
That's nothing. Yeah, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah, exactly. And the kids are gonna love doing it because it's messy and it's fun and it's fruity and delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry about everything being shaped the same or anything like that.
No.
Just roll them in the stuff.
Yeah.
And then you gotta shove that in the freezer.
Yep. And then, after dinner, you're having movie night.
Pop them out.
Pop them out. Or a quick little snack during the day.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, so this is good. So I pretty much judge that pretty good.
Yep. All right.
The yogurt and the fruity pebbles. What a funny cartoon that was, huh, Flintstone?
Oh my goodness. Wilma.
Barney and Betty.
Barney and Betty. Bam,
Okay, I am going to get rid of these.
Okay.
Put these over here by the flowers. And then I'm going to put these in the fridge, wipe down a little bit because I got Fruity Pebbles all over the place. No big deal. Okay. So the hand washing really comes in handy, especially during
Oh yeah, especially all the finger food.
this pandemic time, for sure. And I hope it, I want to say I said hi to everybody, and I hope all is well. And if I didn't, please forgive me because I'll do it now. Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to put these in the freezer.
Yep.
Cute, huh?
Those are great.
Okay. So in they go. Make sure you have room. Wonderful. Now I'm going to turn on my oven. Well, my oven is preheating. And what we're going to do tonight, every dish that I'm making is being cooked in a 350 oven. And that just works out pretty well. So I am going to this will be my second dish, but I have to get the sausages going for the sausage, onions, peppers, taquitos.
Okay.
And I'll talk a little bit more about this once I get this going. Okay. So, and if I can just show you what I did. And I'm going to use my tongs because I can save from washing my hands. I took sweet Italian sausages, cut them in length, half-wise, in lengthwise, cut them in half lengthwise, so that when I make the taquitos, I'm going to have one sausage per taquito, but they're going to be long. So when I roll it like a taquito, it's going to be cylinder-like
Sure.
versus not going to be like an egg roll.
Right. So you left. So as well as the half, you left the casing on as well to hold
Oh,
it
yes.
together.
Oh, yes.
So the casing is on there. Great.
That's right. So I'm going to put these in and I'm going to brown these up. And so while these are browning, then I'll get to my ribs. So I get the ribs in the oven. But this goes by pretty quick.
So the sausage, pepper, and onion Taquitos is sweet Italian sausage, 2 green pepper sliced, 2 onion sliced, and a package of tortillas.
Thank you, Mike.
Nice and simple.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I try. I try to help out whatever I can.
You're doing great. Absolutely. So yes. So
Well, you do all the work, and you just allow me to be in your kitchen with you.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to put this over here because glass on a stove, you know how that
You
goes.
gotta be careful.
So while that's going, we're going to prepare our country style barbecue ribs. Now I've got 2 packages of country style ribs. And again, let me with the fork. Aren't these beautiful? They're nice and thick
those are nice. Yeah.
and big. And that's just beautiful. What I did with these, I parboiled them.
Okay.
And you want to do that to help tenderize them.
Okay.
And what's great about this barbecue recipe is that you don't have to cook it. You just put it all together, the sauce, and pour it in and throw it in the oven. How simple is that?
That's real easy.
Yeah. So we're going to put 1 cup of ketchup in the bowl.
Okay.
Then we're going to put 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. And you want to stir and you want to make sure things start, blending and coming together. And then I have 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to get that in there. Okay. So mix that up.
Gotta have your sweet.
Have 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
We have 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of chopped garlic.
Now that was a clove of garlic. Was that 1 clove or 2 cloves for a teaspoon?
Cloves.
Okay.
And you can always use more.
Oh yeah. Because so I gotta remind everyone at home, you can find the whole recipe and all the directions of the description part of this YouTube page. Everything is there. And these here are the basics, but you can also modify it based on your flavor. Like myself, I'd probably use 2 tablespoons of garlic because I love garlic. It all depends how you do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now how simple is this? We have the ribs in here. I'm going to pour the sauce all over. Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm going to just make sure I'm turning the ribs in the sauce so that it's all coated. And I'm hoping you can see because it's
really, we can see very well.
Good. It is pretty good. There you go. Okay. Now, how simple was that, right?
That's it. That's all you do.
That's all you do in the parboiling. 4 minutes.
4 minutes is all it takes to parboil ribs?
Yep. And here I go, washing the hands again.
Now, Terry, do you put the ribs in the boiling water or do you let it boil so they all cook the same?
Nope, I let it boil, then I drop them in.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm just going to check on the sausages. Now, here's the thing about the sausages. Because I cut them in half, you don't want to be turning them over too much because they'll break up.
Right. Yeah, they like to come out of the skin and move. Yeah, you don't want that to happen because you want the shape of it to fit in the taquito so well.
That's right.
All right.
Exactly. Okay. So now I'm going to put these ribs in. They're going to go in for maybe 40, 45 minutes, 350. Keep a
Well,
watch on them.
let's hope for 40 because it's 7:15 right now.
Here you go.
They look awesome.
Okay. On the bottom. It up. And let's check on these. Ooh, good. They're starting to brown. Now, don't forget, when we do these and we put these together,
Yep.
they are going to be baked. So don't worry about them being fully cooked.
Okay.
They will finish cooking in the oven. And again, see, I have one that kind of, one that just fall apart a little bit, but that's okay.
Right. Cutting them in half before cooking cooks faster than cooking them whole and then cutting.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But it sounds like you know how to cook.
Well, I've several ways of doing it. Sometimes that I boil my sausage and then I'll fry it up just to brown it before I put it in the sauce. It all depends if I'm making something quick. And a lot of times when I make a sauce, I will throw them in raw and let the sauce cook them. But I love having a browned sausage, so whether I grill them up a little bit and then put them in, it all depends what I'm making.
Sounds good. Sounds perfect. So what we have here next is the buffalo chicken dip.
Which is
and this is very simple, right? Everybody loves buffalo wings. This is just a dip. And what we have here is one chicken breast cooked and diced. We have 2 cups of Monterey Jack cheese. We have a half a cup of hot sauce, a half a cup of blue cheese salad dressing. Now you can use ranch if you prefer that. And we have 1 package of cream cheese. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken in a baking dish, and you'll serve it right in this.
Yes.
And then we are going to spread the cream cheese.
So you must have that at room temperature so it can spread around faster?
And we do. And here's the thing. It's not going to spread easily, okay? Unless, you can't leave it out all day.
Of course not.
But you can leave it out for a little while. And then you can just, move it all along. Because once this goes in the oven, this is all going to melt.
Yeah, it's going to melt a little easier.
That's right.
In another way, one way that if you have time, like we do tonight, you made the chicken breast. And
exactly.
shred it all up. A way to cheat for us guys that are making stuff for our friends to come over. I will get canned chicken. Like you get the canned tuna, you get the canned.
Like Purdue already made chicken.
Yes, but then you have to shred. But if you get it out of the can,
you don't even have shredded, to.
But it does not taste. There is nothing better than having your own real chicken breast. The canned stuff is nice and quick and easy, but if you can take the time, cook up a chicken breast and shred it, that is the best to have for this dip. Because I make this all the time. Anytime I have guests over for a football game, this is one thing that I get to make.
Sounds perfect.
And I make, as a matter of fact, I make the same recipe that you are making right now. And you did not know that, but I do the same exact recipe.
Yep. I'm going to, I turn down the heat a little bit. These are browning nicely.
Excellent.
Turn it down a little, let that go for just another couple of minutes. Then I'm going to layer the hot sauce.
Yep.
Just all over.
What did you use for hot sauce? Did you use any brand or did you just buy regular hot sauce?
I did. I got Frank's hot sauce.
Frank's is very good because you got to remember too, you don't want to be burning your face off eating this stuff. You want to enjoy the heat and enjoy the flavor. You don't
That's
want to
right.
you don't want to go killing people with heat.
And that's why you're only using a half a cup.
That I do the same thing, and I like to use the Franks because of the flavor, and you get a little heat to it. It's nice.
Yep. Okay, this is perfect. Now, while this is still going on, I did turn down the oven,
Yep.
and I'm going to put the onions and peppers in,
Yes.
and it will cook in the grease from the sausages.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you'll hear it sizzle. Which is always a good thing. And then you just want to make sure this starts to go around. And if you want to throw a little olive oil in there, feel free. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. You want these nice and soft. You don't want these al dente at all. You don't want any crunch out of it. You want these to be soft.
Right, now I'm going to let that just go on semi-medium low heat.
Okay.
I'm going to top the buffalo chicken dip with 2 cups of Monterey Jack cheese shredded.
Now, do you like to save a little for the top when you put it in the oven? I like a little cheesy top when I mix it.
I'm putting it all on top. Now,
Okay.
now you're saying save this until right before I pull it out?
Yeah, well, a lot of times what I do is I mix it all together with the Monterey, and then I will save a little bit to put on top. So it's nice and cheesy top. But I see what you're doing there.
We'll do your cheesy top. Just remind me to do it.
Yes, you're doing cheesy top. Cheesy tops are awesome.
Cheesy top. Set your iPhone.
And this doesn't take long either. The dip is not a long thing, especially in a 350 oven.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to throw that in the oven in 2 seconds. But how wonderful is that, right?
It's perfect.
Yep.
That's a perfect dish to serve it in.
Isn't it?
That's right on the money.
Okay. That's good. Now, let's give these another stir. And I'll talk a little bit. Now, as I'm cooking this, right, turn it back up. The drippings and brown bits from the sausage is getting on the peppers, and that will flavor the peppers.
Absolutely.
Additionally. But the olive oil didn't hurt either. So that helped release the brown bits that were on the pan.
Right, because there should be nothing in that pan that should be sticking right now. You want it all to be moving, getting nice and
And it's not. If you could see it.
Yeah.
See if I can show you.
Oh yeah, look at that. Everything slid down. Yeah, perfect. That is perfect, Terry.
Yeah. Well, we strive for perfection, but we all know it's the gathering. So
Anything could happen.
A lot of times that doesn't happen, but that's okay. That won't stop us. Now, to put these together, okay, I need a plate. Okay. Oh, and we do have to wait for the peppers. But let me talk about this for a little bit.
Okay.
So these are just flour tortillas, and they're a good size. So we're going to put the sausage, 2 sausage pieces on the end, top it with some peppers and onions, and just roll it.
Yep.
And it'll be like this. And they'll be like big taquitos.
Yeah, those are big.
And then I'm going to put it in the oven versus frying them, because I love frying them too, but those are smaller.
Yeah, the oven is a nice texture to it. I like how they crunch, and Yeah, I see you go, like you said, you go with the 10-inch tortilla instead of the 7-inch or 7.5 or whatever it is. And which would have been one sausage each. And you probably would have wrapped that a lot tighter. But you're making nice big ones.
Yeah, and here's my thinking on this, Mike. I wanted it to be like when you go to Fenway or you go to Gillette or you go to the garden. What are you getting? Sausage and peppers and onions, and it's coming in a bulky. I
Yep,
didn't want to do the bulky, right? Um, so this is a nice alternative,
absolutely.
right?
And it sort of goes with your buffalo dip and your taco dip. It's, yeah, it works. Because you could have done a bulky. You could have went and done a bulky. Throw some
Yeah,
mustard on there. I would have been happy.
yeah, definitely. And again, it's the gathering, a lot like your own kitchen. So if there's something you feel like doing,
Right.
do,
Do it.
you know? So these are nice and el dente. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take them out of the fry pan
Okay.
and I'm going to start putting them together because I want them to finish cooking in the oven. Okay. Okay. So here we have some peppers.
Yep.
Here we have the sausage. And then here we have the tortilla. And I like to put it in assembly line fashion. Work whichever way is going into the pan or however you're going to do it. But I'll let you see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to take 2 sausages, right? Which is really 1 sausage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take some peppers and onions. Now you may end up with more left over. You'll find 1,000 things to do with it. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, because I know you're not the wasteful person. You always find something to do with
Oh,
what you
yeah.
have left over.
Now you see? So can you imagine what that's
Hey,
going to taste like?
that's gonna be
And
great.
then you just put it right in the pan. And that's it. So because I had 6 sausages, I'm making 6 of them. And I think I can use my hands for the sausage and just put some nice peppers and onions. And growing up Italian, right, Mike? Peppers and onions.
Exactly.
Put them in eggs,
You
with
put them
potatoes.
with your potatoes. Yeah. Oh, you put them with everything.
I know. I know. It's wonderful. Whoops. I'm going to stick this back in. And I'm laying them in the pan seam side down.
Right.
Okay. So that will help when they cook to keep it all together. I guess if you wanted to, you could also put some like a toothpick in there to secure it. I think we're going to be good here tonight.
Well, I think they're all going to fit in that pan very well and bake up nice for you.
Yeah. And we'll be watching football and we're not going to care too much about what's falling out, what's falling in. We'll be screaming at the TV. So let's talk football. What about
So,
Cam? What are you
I
thinking?
tell you, I think it is a great thing that could happen to our team. I think he's fitting in just fine. Uh,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, do you want to make fun of his outfits? Who
I
can't?
love his hair too. God, I just love it. Totally.
That's fine, but I tell you, he's a very good quarterback, and he's got a few years in him, so
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
yeah, truly. And what do you think of Brady in Tampa? The first
Yeah,
game was abysmal.
Tom who? Tom who?
Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that.
It's definitely different seeing him play, but Terry, I mean, you're a little bit younger than I am, and
Oh, how
uh,
sweet you are.
that was that nice. All right, and we lived through Bobby Orr leaving the Bruins. We've been through Ray Bork leaving the Bruins. We've been through so
Larry
many others.
Bird,
Larry,
Larry Bird, that whole
everybody
team.
finishing up a final year somewhere else. You know, Clemens finishing up as a Yankee,
Okay, I
Bonds as
see
a
where
Yankee.
you're going. Okay.
So, but you know that he's going to be a Patriot. You know he's going to the Hall of Fame as a Patriot. You know all that. And yeah, he wound up leaving. It's not the end of the world. It's business. That's
Right.
what he wanted to do. That's fine. He brought us 6 championships.
Oh yeah. Oh
How
yeah.
can anyone complain about that?
Absolutely.
So I'm fine. Gronk, yeah, he looks like just any other player down there. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it was a lot of fun having him here. Um, but yeah, I don't see anything special. And it also gives me a second football game to watch because normally I just care about watching Patriots play, but
Yeah.
now I'll watch a second game.
Yeah, truly. Truly, truly. Although, don't you really watch a lot of games? Between Monday
We
night,
do.
Thursday night, and Sunday and Saturday with college.
Yeah, not too much Thursday. Although as soon as we're done here, I will be turning on the TV to watch tonight's game.
Yep.
And but generally, I do. I I like watching the college on Saturdays. Although, am I rooting for BC? Those kind of teams, yeah. But I don't really follow it. I just enjoy watching football being played on television.
Truly. And I like playing it, I have to tell you. I played football with my brother and his friends tackle
Yep,
until I couldn't anymore, if you get my drift.
I get your drift.
Get my drift. Um, Here we go.
Now, how long will those take in the oven?
Now here's the thing.
Because you get everything set at 350. You get the ribs working.
I do.
Ribs working
And
hard.
I'm going to have to do a little maneuvering here.
All right.
All right. I'm thinking, I'm hoping. I've got quite a few things going on here. I'm hoping this will work. I think it will for the time being. This is good because my last dish that has to go in only goes in for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe when the ribs come out, I'll pop this in.
Well, the ribs, yeah, because we're looking at 7:55 by the time your ribs will be done.
Yep. I turned
I'm
up the
watching the
heat a
clock.
little bit.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
speed up the little process.
I'll trust it. You're there. I'm just watching the clock on my end.
Yep. Now what we have here is pepperoni, teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 package of cream cheese. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle the garlic
Yep.
on the cream cheese.
This is the crispy pepperoni bites.
Yes.
Nice and easy to make. So let's see how you do this.
Yeah, very simple. You have your pan that's greased. You're going to take 1 slice. You're going to take cream cheese and top it. And that's it.
That's it. It's a pepperoni sandwich.
Yeah. And if you're into keto or Atkins, right? This is going to be your go-to snack.
Well, I'm into pepperoni and cream cheese, so I guess I am into keto. Does that make it healthy now for me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The whole thing about that, I mean, you do have to be smart about it and you have to watch what you're eating and your intake, your calories. But one good thing that I always liked about Atkins, and I've kind of been doing this for years, is if you eat a lot of protein, a lot of fat, and when I say a lot of fat, I don't mean overdoing anything.
Right, yeah.
Right, because you are still eating vegetables.
Sure.
Not so much whites as in flour, bread, rice.
That's the big
It's
thing I need to knock off is those big carbs.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, your numbers medically, blood wise, I mean, it's amazing. And when you're eating like that, um, you're when you're eating mostly that, that's what you're burning, rather than um, carbohydrates, which you're going to store.
Sure.
That's why runners eat a lot of carbs because they're running endurance. They need it. So, but how simple is this, right?
That's nice and easy. So you just eyeballing what fits on a slice of pepperoni. Now, is this stuff that you sliced, or did you buy the deli pre-slice? Or
I bought it pre-sliced.
right. So again, you're doing everything because this is stuff that you can make in an hour to
Yeah.
have a little gathering for football.
Yes, football, right? And who doesn't like to eat fun food watching football?
Absolutely.
I mean, this is all fun food, I think. So
this Sunday at the fire station for the game, I actually made the buffalo chicken dip.
nice.
Your exact recipe.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun to have. We had someone made some chicken thighs, barbecue chicken thighs.
Oh, love chicken thighs.
Somebody else made some another homemade salsa. It just mixed it up, and we had enough to eat at lunchtime. And
Yes.
then we got to watch the game later. It's awesome.
Yes, that's perfect.
Enough food to have for both lunch and dinner.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking will happen with this food here. We'll only be able to eat so much tonight
Oh, sure.
during the game. So, yeah. So, okay, 20 of. We're moving right along.
Yeah, perfect.
Moving right along. I'm on the last one. So this leftover cream cheese, I'll certainly find something to do with that. No worries.
I'm sure
This will be nice. When you bake it, the cheese is gonna ooze out.
Oh yeah.
The pepperoni is gonna be crispy.
I'm sure there'll be some bagels in the border that's gonna need that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, let me wash my hands again. Because they are nice and greasy, I have to say.
Oh, I bet all that stuff you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the dip is bubbling. Now, here's a thought. I am thinking. I really, I could put these in a smaller glass, like what you would do with banana bread, but I really don't want to do that because the cheese will melt all over everything. So we're going to wait a bit. I am going to take out the buffalo dip, add more cheese on that for 2 minutes.
Yeah, because the more cheese, the better.
Yes, I mean, this is looking beautiful right now. And then I'll put this in for maybe 2 minutes. So then I'll get I'll be able to get the pepperoni bites, but aren't they cute?
Oh, those are adorable.
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them. They look great. I want to taste them. I don't want to see them.
Taste-o-vision. We have smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision. So while I'm waiting for that to be done, this to go in, and we have the ribs and taquitos in the oven. I'm gonna make my taco dip.
Oh, yeah, taco dip.
This is my famous taco dip. One of my nephews absolutely loves it. Whenever there's a gathering or he's over for dinner, we have to do it. So I have 1 can of refried beans, 1 container of sour cream, 1 package of taco seasoning, 2 tomatoes chopped, and 2 cups of shredded cheddar. So first we're going to take the sour cream and we're going to mix it with the taco seasoning. Okay. And I'll give it a nice zesty Mexican taste. Okay. Now I'm going to take the seasoning, put that in there. And you're going to mix it up and make sure it's nice and incorporated. Okay. And it smells great. And if you love tacos and have sour cream on your tacos, you'll love this dip. It's a very simple dip. And, you know, it's been around for ages, I have to say. Okay. And then, put this over here. So we are going to put the refried beans in this container, this glass serving dish.
Yep.
And you're going to put it in. Okay. And again, 1 can if you're having a big crowd, although these days, who knows? 2 cans. It all depends on the size of your container.
Sure.
And you're going to take a fork and you're going to mash it down. Okay. And you're going to pretty much go to the whole first layer of the serving container. Now, normally when I do this in a square container, you know, a serving dish that's bigger. But because of the show, I like to show you what's going on. And I think with the glassware, you can really see what's going on. Let me check the buffalo dip. Okay, I'm going to do 5 more minutes on the buffalo dip. Then I take the sour cream and I'm going to put this on top of the refried beans. So that's our second layer. Okay. Okay. Just let me try and get most of that out because this is so good. And I'll tell you what, if you end up with leftover,
Yeah.
it's a great dip on its own.
All by itself.
Yes, most definitely. And then you want to spread this all over.
So you're just doing everything in layers. You're not mixing it. You're just.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So this is the second layer. Okay. And now.
That's what I love about layered dips. It's all about having a nice strong chip. Get in there deep. Get all your layers. Yep. Oh yeah.
Really good.
I'm jealous. That's a big tease, by the way.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's really good.
And again, I remind everyone at home watching, just look up the description of this video and you will see the recipe and you will see everything you need to know from the ingredients to the cooking methods, how to mix, how to do everything. And of course, if you have any questions at all, any comments, any suggestions, just send us an email at the station. You send it to me, Mike at hcam.tv, and we'll get it to Terry and we will make something that you might like.
Sounds wonderful. Here is the third layer. Chopped tomatoes. And you just want to sprinkle it.
Was that a beefsteak tomato?
They were big tomatoes.
Big beefsteak. I like when you do those. I enjoy a nice solid tomato on this because I like it. I don't want it to like just fall apart, because you can cut up like a beautifully flavored garden tomato, but it's just so juicy that it falls apart. But when you get a beefsteak tomato like you have there, it's nice to have the little pieces, especially when you put it on a chip.
Absolutely. Now, these were big tomatoes and they were kind of juicy. So use your hands and make sure that the juice doesn't, go in there because then it'll really be messy.
Now, not to give any plugs, but this is all stuff that you bought right around the corner at Price Chopper?
Between Price Chopper and Market Basket.
Oh, Little of the Basket. Basket's a
Yep.
great place, great deals.
Love
Always
it.
fresh. Always the produce is always fresh because
Always.
they keep it in stock.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to take this is beautiful, Mike.
I wish I could smell those ribs right now.
Oh, and they're smelling beautiful. I'm going to put the pepperoni bites in.
Yeah, because you said that's only how long do you keep those in for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'm just going to show you this.
Oh, look at that. That looks great.
Bubbling. You can see it? Oh.
What is your favorite kind of chip to dip with in that?
Well, you'll see. I'll get to that.
Oh, you got your specialties. Okay.
But first, The last layer, which is the shredded cheddar, 2 cups, and sprinkle it because you want to make sure that when you're making this, that your guests are going to, or your family, is going to take the chip and dig down through all the layers and eat it that way.
Now, what is your favorite thing to do? Have your guests take the chip and dip out of that bucket, or you have that one person that gets a little plate and grabs the spoon and takes a bunch of dip out. What is your favorite thing to do?
Actually, if you're not double dipping.
Well, I forget about the double dipping. But
Seinfeld, you can't forget about it.
You can't double dip. We get that. But I love it when I make a dip that the people will just take and hover around that dip and take their chips and dip. I don't like the ones that will take a spoon, throw it on their plate, fill up their plate, and walk away. I think when you have a bowl, especially as pretty as that one, you want to gather around it and socialize, right? You want people to sit around there and just eat the dip and tell you how amazing it is and talk about football, talk about whatever. That's how I enjoy dips. I think dips should be left in the bowl. Don't put it on your plate and walk away. Stick around. That's where you guys gather. That's me.
There you go. Now, what do I like to serve with it? Doritos.
Originals, right? The original.
Yes, because you don't want to mess with the flavor of the dip.
Yes, absolutely.
And Doritos, you're already doing that, right?
Exactly.
It's like they're flavorful.
Yep.
So you don't really want to muck with that. So we're going to put that over here with that.
That's perfect.
And then
I see another bag. What kind of those?
These tortilla chips.
Yep.
And now you can use either or for either dip.
Absolutely.
Just have them on as the side.
What I enjoy when I make the buffalo chicken dip, I love the tortilla cups. The little cups.
Oh, yes.
Because it feels like you're scooping up so much stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
I know. It's like a little party in your mouth.
Exactly, Terry. You hit it around the head.
We're on the same page, Mike.
Absolutely.
Okay, those bites, they're getting crispy.
I bet.
Which is good. Okay, now I need.
Now, the question about the ribs.
Yeah.
You just leave them because they're pad boiled.
Yeah.
But do you turn them at all during the cooking time in the oven?
No.
No need, right?
I don't. You can, but I don't.
Okay.
I just let them go. So here is your buffalo dip.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll put the dips like that.
Mary, I'm going to go sign off and I'm going to be coming through your door in like 2 minutes, okay?
sounds good because we have almost after this. We have an what an hour. What time's the game start? 8:30.
8:27, whatever the kickoff
Yep.
time is.
Yep. Now we have the pepperoni bites going.
Yep.
Oh, the ribs are bubbling, and the taquitos are getting brown. So for a few more minutes, I'm going to let them go.
Now,
I got some wine.
I was just about to ask you if you were going to go with wine or if you were going to go with the beer.
I know, and now, I almost did.
Now, you're not a beer drinker, per se.
I am. Well,
no, what I'm saying is you know your wines.
Yeah,
and you love your wines, and you pick great wines with every meal. What beers would you go with for your football? What is your go-to beer?
Sam Adams. Hands down, Sam Adams, regular.
And I knew that. You know why? Because that great marinade that you showed me.
That's right.
I believe that was Doug's marinade, wasn't it? The
yes.
Sam Adams.
Great memory.
Soy sauce.
And Chelsea's favorite.
Yes, because when you showed me that and I had it at your house, that is the only marinade I make now.
Oh my God, it is so good. And you can marinate it for a day and a half.
Right.
And it just gets better.
Exactly.
And you can use it on anything, Mike. That's the beauty of it.
I have tried it with chicken, but steak is definitely the best.
Yeah, and if you want...
all it is, and again, for the people at home, all that marinade was one soy sauce to Sam Adams, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You take your 2 bottles of Sam,
yep.
Put them in a bowl, take 1 bottle, fill that 1 bottle with soy sauce.
Yes.
And that's it. That is it. It is so simple and it is so good. And every time Chelsea comes home, we have that. We have a meal, flank steak with that marinade. It's just beautiful.
When we barbecue at the firehouse and they ask me to bring the tips, I will go buy the tips from Arenas, and then I will go. And I'm not a beer drinker. Everyone knows I'm a vodka drinker. I don't drink beer, but I go and I buy a 6-pack, and I take the 2 bottles, and the 4 bottles stay unless somebody comes over or I make the tips again, because it is one of the best steak tips that I've ever had. And you get yourself a nice cut of meat, like from Arenas here in Hopkinton or Dom's from Malden. Oh, look at those. What a way to
take the bites out before I forgot. Oh, and they're nice and hard.
So they've only been in the freezer now for about 45 minutes, and they're nice and hard. Yeah. So you could do that first in the morning and leave them until game time, and they'll be fine.
That's right. And it's a nice little bite of sweetness with all this spice and the wine or the beer or whatever you're doing. Most definitely. And I have to rinse my hands again. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay, we're going to take out the end, Oops, let me close that. I have a couple of pot holders. Things can rest as I'm pulling them out. Okay, I'm going to pull out the taquitos. Oh, which look beautiful.
And those are nice and crunchy now, right? Nice and stiff and crunchy.
They are.
Did you? I don't know if I missed this stuff, but did you coat the tortillas with any olive oil, or did you just leave them plain?
Nope, left them plain.
Excellent. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave them over here and bring this plate over here. And I'm going to take this. Look at that. Oh my God. These are beautiful.
Those look like meals right there.
Yeah, truly. Truly.
So again, you could have done where you cut the sausage in half. You could have used the smaller tortillas and made smaller and tighter rolls, but you chose to have the big ones because, hey, it's game day.
Aren't they beautiful?
Those are great. You
Yeah.
need a big thing of salsa now. Dip them in.
That too.
Well,
Absolutely.
myself, I'd probably just say, hey, give me the mustard out of the fridge.
Absolutely.
They look great.
And then I'm going to grab the ribs. Okay. And the ribs I'm leaving right in that dish. I'm not messing with that. For sure. I just want to make a little room. And make sure you can still see everything.
Oh, yeah.
Gee, you'd think I was having a party. Right? Here are the ribs.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, I don't know if I'll push these back like that because something else is going to go there. That will be these lovely little things. Okay.
Yeah, these I'm dying to see. I'm very interested in seeing these.
Okay, well, I'll show you what they look like before I plate them. Here you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
look at those things. That's great.
Yeah, aren't they cute? And then, let's see. Do this. They're just little cute little bites. Look at these. These are really cute. And yep, I think these will work. I kind of lost the top there. Okay, Mike, I think I'm ready to
It looks like you're ready for some football.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't hear that line at all.
Here
Wow.
are the bites.
Those are awesome. You know,
Yeah.
all I can see is instead of having napkins out, you're gonna have a roll of paper towels handy for everybody, because that is the best finger food that you could. Oh, the ribs, it's that's a lot. That is a lot of stuff for a football game.
And here we go. I'm going to just do this so you can see them better.
Oh yeah, it says out against the green. Yep.
Okay. There you go.
And that is something so simple as just cream cheese between two pieces of pepperoni.
Yeah. A little bit of garlic because, again, the pepperonis are spicy. I opened the wine because I want to toast HCAM. I love you and I love all you people out there watching. It's so nice to share this time with you.
We're doing every other Thursday now, because as the program is changing as we're getting into the fall. You're doing an outstanding job here, and so can you give us a little tease for next time in 2 weeks?
No.
Oh, you're gonna make me wait, because you're gonna make me wait till the Sunday before, the Monday before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And here's the thing, Mike. A lot of times, I don't know what's going to move me. So I've got plenty of shows planned.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I feel like doing. So
Well, you know what?
as we're getting into the fall, a whole other different realm of things, right?
Excellent. Well, Terry, you can do whatever you want, because you know what? I just can't wait to show up there and start eating this stuff again.
I know.
That's the part I miss.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the part I miss. And it's like, and you know what? And I know the stuff don't go to waste. You use it all up. Plenty of people around to eat it, and you take it to work. But Terry, thank you again. Believe it or not, our time is up. And I want to say goodbye to you and thank you again for another great show.
Excuse me. Same here. Bye,
right.
everybody. Thank you.
What a great show.
Yeah. Are you ready for some football?
We watch this tomorrow night.
Sorry, Mike.